Om Jnana-timirandasya Jnana-shalakaya Chakshurmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri-Gurave Namah Chit-chaitanya-manopistam Staptam Yena Bhutale Svam Rupakadamayam Dadati Svapadantikam Vandeham Shri-Yuda-padakamalam Shri-Om Vaishnavamsa Shri Rupam Sarjatam Sakana Raghunatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parjana Saitam Shri Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sakana Lita Shri Vishakam Vitamsha He Krishna Karuna Sinudina Bandhu Jatpate Gopesha Koprakanta Radha Kanta Namastate Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sutadevi Pranamama Haripriye Vancha Kalptrubhisha Kripa Sindhuvisha Padnam Pavanabhyo Vaishnabhyo Namo Namo Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Vistaya Bhutale Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swamiti Namane Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pacharani Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paskachai Dasatarani. Hare Krishna. We are continuing discussing the nectar of devotion, verse 1. We came to the conclusion. The conclusion is that one who can control the 6 items, speech, mind, anger, tongue, belly, and genitals, is to be called a Swami or Goswami. Swami means master, and Goswami means master of the go or senses. When one accepts the renounced order of life, he automatically assumes the title of Swami. This does not mean that he is the master of his family, community, or society. He should be the master of his senses. Unless one is a master of his senses, he should not be called Goswami, but Godas, servant of the senses. Following in the footsteps of the 6 Goswamis of Vrindavan, all Swamis and Goswamis fully engage in the transcendental service, loving service of the Lord. As opposed to this, the Godas engage in the service of the senses or in the service of the material world. They have no other engagement. Prahlad Maharaj has further described the Godas as Ananda Go, which refers to one whose senses are not controlled. An Ananda Go cannot become a servant of Krishna. In Srimad Bhagavatam, Prahlad Maharaj has said, Materna Krishna Parato Svatova Mito Pibatyeti Vratanam Adantagobir Vishatam Tamisham Puna Sarvita Sarvananam. Those who have decided to continue their existence in this material world for the gratification of the senses, there is no chance of becoming Krishna conscious, not by personal endeavor, by instructions from others, or by joint conferences. They are dragged by the unbridled senses into the darkest region of ignorance, and thus they madly engage in what is called chewing the truth. So this first verse stresses the control of the senses, especially in the mind that and Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Maharaj used to say us, I have 5 disciples and they are not doing very well. He meant he had 5 disciples. His disciples were his 5 senses. The sense of sight, the sense of ear, the sense of touch, and so on. That because controlling the senses is essential, and it starts with controlling the mind. That in the 6th canto of the Srimad Bhagavatam, there Sukadev Goswami instructs Maharaj Pariksit, Tapasa brahmacharyena samena sadamena cha tyagena satasa sabhyam yamena niyamena va. So to concentrate the mind, because the mind is most important, because the mind has to control the senses with the help of the intelligence. So to concentrate the mind, one must observe a life of celibacy and not fall down. One must undergo the austerity of voluntary give up sense enjoyment. One must then control the mind and senses, give charity, be truthful, clean, and non-violent, follow the regulative principles, and regularly chant the holy name of the Lord. So if one controls the mind, then the senses are controlled. How to control the mind is explained here. There is one side of applying restrictions, things not to do, and then at the other side there's a list of things to do. And Sukadeva Goswami says, yes, one must undergo the austerity of voluntary giving up sense enjoyment. That means we have to learn to say no to sense enjoyment. Therefore we have to regulate our life to say no. Means taking prasad at scheduled times that regulated. And just eating what we need, not too much. And one has to control the mind and senses. Give charity. Why is that important, giving charity? Because we are attached to, and the mind is attached to so many things. These attachments should be curbed. And if we give charity, then we give voluntary up some our attachment. And be truthful. Many times we are not truthful because we are afraid of losing some benefit. A few days ago, I was with a god sister in Holland, and she was one of the first disciples of Bhakti Charumaharaj. And so Bhakti Charumaharaj was going to give her second initiation, and he tested her and asked her what are the qualities of a Brahman. Of course, that's explained in 1842, Samodamos, Tapastajam, Kshantyarivan, Evacha, and so on. These are the qualities of a Brahman. And one of the qualities of a Brahman is to be honest. And she said to Guru Maharaj, I don't know, she said. And Bhakti Maharaj replied, oh, that you are very honest. That is a quality of a Brahman. And he gave her a second initiation. That was interesting. Mm. That's so one must be truthful and clean and follow the regulative principles. That's, of course, the four regulative principles. That is saying no to sinful activities, which are all born out of a desire for sense gratification. But then follow and then regularly chant the holy name of the Lord. That's the main item to do. There are other items to do. There are 9 processes of devotional service which help to control the mind. But that is more important than the negative restrictions. That if one follow the positive, then the other restrictions will hardly follow. So therefore it's important to have a good sadhana. And I want to show something, and I suggest that all of you do this. That you make yourself a sadhana chart. You can do that in Excel or any other program. And every day you keep track of your sadhana, because the positive engagement are much more important. So this is an example, but you can make your own. Some items we will go over are applicable to you. Other items may not applicable. But you have to keep a sadhana chart and fill it in every day. And then when you fill it in, then on Ekadashi, especially on Ekadashi, you can go over your sadhana charts and see what can be improved and make a plan for improvement. You can look at your sadhana every day and in the evenings evaluate what could I do better tomorrow. So this is a sadhana chart which was developed by another group. So we will go over its name, the date. First, sleeping is part of your sadhana. That means what time to wake up. Time to wake up. Our Guru Maharaj always said, you have to get up before 4 a.m. So you can put your alarm clock of 3:55 or whatever, but before 4 a.m. And then the time you take rest. Yeah, that depends on an individual and your health, but it's good to take early rest. If one takes rest early, then, yeah, early to bed, early to rise. Then it's no problem to get up in the morning. To get up in the morning, don't take heavy meals at night. Then you can't get up. So time waking up, time taking rest. Also, if you take rest during the day, Srila Prabhupada said, I'm an old man, I have to take a nap after lunch. He was taking a nap, but 20 minutes or something. And then chanting, the number of rounds you are chanting. So the number of rounds you have chanted before 5 a.m. The number of rounds you have chanted before 7:30. The number of rounds you have chanted before 10 o'clock and before 6 p.m., after 6 p.m. And then your morning program. Yeah. Did you attend the morning program? If you're at home, you can have your morning program through the internet. Follow the morning program of a temple in your area, or even there are devotees who are using YouTube, and even if they are in America, they are they are playing the recorded Mangal Arti of Mayapur on YouTube. You can follow that, and of course the morning program has different aspects: Gurvastaka Kirtan, Narsingha prayers, Tulsi Arti, chanting Shiksastakam. And if you are at home, you can chant it yourself. Or you can play a recording on YouTube of the morning program or of the songs individually and sing along. Then you have the second part is, so that's the Mangalarti, and then you have the darshan. In many temples they are singing Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Gaudadoyamo. This is specifically that was made by devotees in Ljubljana, Slovenia. Therefore you see here the text in Slovenian and they are singing every morning, because in their temple they have the Panchatattva, and they are chanting every morning Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Daya Gogamo. Then they go Vandana, Shri Go Charana Padma Kevala Bhakati Shatma. Now, does it go Vandanam? That here you have Go Vastaka. And so they made it just that you can click it. So, Go Vastaka is some devotees call it the samsara prayers, but please call it with the right name, Go Vastaka. Samsara prayer is not good, because samsara means birth and death. There's a prayer to birth and death. That's not what it is. That is Govastaka. So in part 2, then Go Vandana Kirtan, chanting Radha Madhav, before, and then the morning class. Did you attend it fully, 50% of a class, 25% anyway, or you did not? So mark your absence part 1, part 2, morning class. Part 1 is Mangalakti, and this is this is the second part, the darshan and so on. Authorized absence. What kind of seva did you do during the day? Yeah. Did you cook for Krishna? That, anyway. Here you can fill it up according to your situation. We are supposed to have also an evening program that sometimes is the festival, Sunday feast. Yeah, different situations. What did you do in the evening, in the afternoon? Participation and punctuality. Yeah, very on time for the Gaura Arati, for the Kirtan. Singha prayers, Radha Madhava Bhagavad Gita class. That's the evening program we should have. If you are at home, then you can just read Bhagavad Gita, can be reading. That it is also good to have an evening program. If you have your own deities, you can do this thing. Follow this scheme. That then evening class. That did you attend full or only 25%? Or yeah. Mark your absence of the evening program, part 1 or the class. Yeah. Or try, that what service did you do in the evening? That and then your reading. Did you read or study Prabhupada's books? And how many minutes did you read? What did you read? Which books? That of Prabhupada. That no. But when I was with Praladnanda Swami, I asked him what are you reading every day. He said every day he recites a chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Sanskrit translation, and reads a few purports. And then he's using the I can show you that. We will come back to that. But like here, this is the nectar of instruction. So he was reading every day Bhagavad Gita, and like if you read nectar of instruction every day, then you can set a bookmark that and or keep a note of it, what you have read and where you finished. That here, bookmark, can set a bookmark. Nectar of instruction. Next time we have 2. I mean, then you chapter 2. Yeah, can say chapter 2. That's what I have to read next time. And then next time when you go to bookmark, that bookmark, and you say nectar of instruction, then he gives the bookmark here. And you go to the bookmark. That anyway, this is a way to that can help you. But Palanonmas was using the Bhaktivedanta database. This is the official database. You can download it for free from the Bhaktivedanta, the BBT website. But you have to install it. It's quite easy to install the database. And when you have installed it, then you can have all Prabhupada's books, all Prabhupada's lectures, everything. Everything is there. And Prahlad Nanmach was reading Bhagavad Gita every day to, an entire chapter, Sanskrit and translation. He knows Bhagavad Gita by heart, so what he does is he sees only, he puts, when he reads from his book, he puts a little thing on it, paper, so that you only can see the verse number. And he recites the Sanskrit, and then the translation, and then he looks if it's correct. Otherwise, he corrects. And so he goes over a chapter. Srimad Bhagavatam, he goes systematically to it and reads every day about 10 verses and purport. Chaitanya Charitamrita, the same every day. And then from the other books, he reads Nectar of Devotion. Every day. These are the books he was reading every day. And also Nectar of Instruction. Therefore, he knows the books, all Nectar of Instruction, Nectar of Devotion, Bhagavad Gita especially. And he knows what's in the verses, in the purports, because he's doing that for years. So the Bhaktivedanta database you can download for free from the BBT website, and then you can install it on Windows, but also on Mac, because I'm working on Mac through Crossover. Then you have to install Crossover, but that's no problem. And it works like on any other computer. So we go back to our sadhana sheet. Yeah, and then, so what have you read? Hearing Srila Prabhupada. What did you listen? Which lectures? Reading and study authorized devotional books. Yeah, so that we have discussed. Hearing ISKCON devotees or the spiritual master, whatever you listens. Learning verses. It's good to learn every day a verse that will keep you in touch, that will enrich you. If you know verses, then you know many times in what situations what to do. I get many times questions from those who take guidance from me. And mostly when I answer their questions, I'm replying with citing a verse, and then I explain. But if you know the verse, you know what to do in your life. There's a difference in Bhagavad Gita, in the 16th chapter. There's a difference between the demoniac and the divine. Tasma shastram pramanam te karyakara vyavastita. Hyatva shastra vidanaktam karma kartamidarasi. One should therefore understand what is duty, what is not duty, by the regulation of the scriptures. Knowing such rules and regulations, one should act so that he may hardly be elevated. So in that sense, it's important that study and preparing for class, if you are giving class. Giving class is the best way to learn. Because that is Krishna consciousness. When you try to give it to others, you get it. And then your service, what you have done, if you have meetings, planning stuff, thing, yeah. If you have done outreach, preaching that day, what time of preaching service did you do? Book distribution, Harinam, home program, public program, welcoming guests, education. We may follow Bhakti Shastri or Bhakti Vaibhav. Devotee care services. You have different kinds of devotee care: spiritual care, mental, emotional care, social care, health care, personal service. Yeah, this is important. We will see next in Nectar of Instruction, verse 4. These loving exchanges between devotees. It's very important. That creates a spiritual atmosphere. There are 4 kinds of loving exchanges. 6 kinds in text 4, the Dati Panihidati. We will come to that verse. Did you do deity worship? That Pujari, altar service, taking care of Srila Prabhupada or Tulsi, making flower garlands, taking care of the clothes of the deity, so many things. So in other words, we have to organize ourselves that we all are always engaged in Krishna's service. You will see, you will have so many things to do the kitchen and dining room service, cleaning the kitchen, that cooking, assisting with cooking, cleaning, serving prasadam, others. Then which type of support service, maintenance service, temple cleaning, ashram cleaning, prasadam production service, supply service, IT service, ad hoc service, others. We can do so many services. So this is just an example of a sadhana sheet. And you can make it a sadhana sheet for yourself based on these items. Everyone's situation is a bit different, but everyone can do devotional service and fill every moment. You don't have to work or take care of your family. You can fill it. But very important is the reading every day and having a morning program. If you don't go to the temple, have your own morning program at home. That is very important to advance in devotional service. If there is no morning program, there is no evening program, in whatever form, we are not protected, spiritually protected. That the strength comes from there. So this is an important aspect, this sadhana, because in Nectar of Devotion, because Nectar of Instruction is like a summary of the nectar of devotion. That so in nectar of devotion is explained that this sadhana, you have two kinds of sadhana, that Vaidhi and Raganuga. But Raganuga is for the advanced, when we are liberated from material contamination. That takes many years to get. So Vaidhi means instruction. One follows the instruction of the spiritual master. The spiritual master tells us exactly what's in this sadhana chart that you have to do. That follow these instructions. Vaidhi sadhana bhakti. That sadhana means engaging in it means sadhana means following these instructions of the spiritual master. That's the impetus, follow the instructions. It's not out of love yet we do that for Krishna, but we follow the instructions of the spiritual master. And by that the spiritual master is pleased. And Krishna in the heart agrees to accept this as a little love and start the Dhammi Buddhi Yogam Tam to purify your heart. So that is the effect of following sadhana. It's mechanistic in the beginning. It's not spontaneous out of love. But even it is mechanistic, it pleases the spiritual master and Krishna, and by that we become purified. Because it's Krishna in the heart who will purify you, giving you realizations. Especially when you chant 16 rounds minimum every day. Therefore, that this first part is essential. That when do you chant? If you chant in the early morning, your chanting will be better. That you have also if you are alone, you have on YouTube Prabhupada chanting 16 rounds, and you can chant with Prabhupada. And Prabhupada needs in the chanting 5 minutes to finish a round. Yeah. I think in 94 or something, I was at the Bhaktivedanta Manor, and Jayapataka Maharaj was there visiting, and he gave a japa workshop. And I was listening to the japa of everyone, and he would correct, he would say quicker or pronunciation improvement. But he said, you should chant around in 5 minutes, more or less. That because the chanting should be done with attention. So of course, for everyone, chanting can be different. Some may need more time. But it should be done with attention. That's important. Otherwise, we are like a mouse in a running wheel, and the mouse runs in the running wheel, and it's going very quick, but the mouse is not going anywhere. So if we can chant very quick, but there is no attention, then it's offensive. That attention should be there. That is very important, and your mind should be with the chanting. That it's more easy in association with devotees, but you can also chant with Prabhupada. That is important to improve the chanting. And we can recite the 10 offenses before chanting, that we are conscious. That will help us to come to pure chanting, giving up all motivations and false ego while chanting. Just leave it up to Krishna. Yes, surrender to Krishna means you give the control to Krishna. We don't have control anyway. But we think we have control. But that is important to advance in the chanting. That some way or another. But like I said, it can be different for everyone. But it's good to go early to bed, taking rest. Yeah, and day rest. Yeah, it's good to get during the day a power nap of 20 minutes. The quality of your awareness will increase. It's 16 round finish before a certain time. It's good to get your 16 rounds finished before 7 a.m. That's ideal. But if you are in another situation, Prabhupada said, okay, that you chant 4 rounds when you get up. You chant 4 rounds before breakfast, otherwise no breakfast. 4 rounds before lunch and 4 rounds before dinner. And you have also 16 rounds. But you have to see according to your situations. But rounds chanted in the early morning, the quality is higher. Because it's a time of goodness, the morning. When you go to the noon time, passion comes in. And in the evening, ignorance. That it's not good to start chanting rounds before you going to sleep because you did not finish your rounds. So that the chanting, the morning program, it's important to develop this ability to keep yourself engaged in Krishna consciousness. And if we did not chant Govastaka and Govardhana, we should feel bad because we need the mercy of the Guru. It's all by the mercy of the Guru in the Parampara that we can perform devotional service. So just don't chant it yourself. You can do puja in your mind for them. Offer them flowers in your mind to them. And that's where the strength comes from. Especially we do this Guru Puja for Srila Prabhupada, that is where the mercy comes from. And we should take advantage of that. And have a morning and an evening program. Evening program can be short, but give it some attention to have it every day. If you look at that I always remember Prahlad Maharaj said, we should become strict followers of Prabhupada and Lord Chaitanya. But to become a strict follower means to have a strict sadhana, and that's not easy. To have a morning and an evening program every day strict, it's very rare that someone can do it. But we should do it always. I remember devotees in Moscow where that was in the 80s. They went on Harinam and then they were arrested and put into jail. And they were all together in jail, and it was 7 p.m. Okay, let us have the evening program. And they all started to chant together the whole evening program in the jail. That because it's time. Yeah, you are traveling in the morning, and during the time of Mangalati, you chanted in the car that but have a morning program. That so this is all practical advice. That because the nectar of instruction, this first verse explains how to control the mind and senses. It's like a naughty child. A naughty child, when it's naughty because it's not properly engaged. If we are not engaged in spiritual activities, we will be engaged in material activities. And then the mind will become more and more uncontrolled. So always seek as much as possible to engage ourselves in Vaidhi sadhana bhakti. And Vaidhi sadhana bhakti is explained in Nectar of Devotion in the form of 64 items, most important items of devotional service, from which 5 are most important. And these 5 most important items: chanting the holy names, worship of the deity, that then reading the books, have class, then associate with devotees, take prasad, that chanting the holy name, that's all in the morning program. And therefore the morning program is the essence of the teachings of Rupa Goswami. He gives these 64 items with these 5 most important items. 64, the first 10 are things to do, and the next 10 are things not to do. And then you have 44 additional items for deity worship, or to worship the deity, and so many things. The lifestyle of a devotee, it's all included. Therefore, this nectar of devotion, these 64 items, we should read that regularly, because that is our sadhana. That is how to apply it. That because there are also other items which are not mentioned here, but you can go on every year to India 1 month and have your sadhana there and go on pilgrimage. Pilgrimage is an item, especially in the holy Dham of the Lord, because you can go to Vrindavan, but if you don't have a good sadhana, you will not see Vrindavan. Vrindavan you see with your inner eye. That inner eye is not opened if you are not having a nice sadhana. Then, because especially the hearing, Prabhupada's books, you can skip some of these things, but not the hearing, not reading Prabhupada's books, because there you get all the instructions what to do. So that is very important to every day read that. And when you go to the holy Dham, you hear, and by the hearing you will start to see Vrindavan, not the external things. And so that is the development of the inner development. It comes from this Vaidhi sadhana bhakti. And in the beginning, we do the Vaidhi sadhana bhakti with offenses, but but surely it will purify us. It's very potent. And the potency comes with the connection of the Guru Parampara, because these are their instructions, of the instructions of Rupa Goswami. And if you follow them, they all bless you. And these blessings are very powerful. Therefore, if someone asked Prabhupada, I said to Prabhupada, I'm the most fallen. That Prabhupada said, yes, you are the most fallen, but what are you going to do about it? So this is what to do. This is how we can do something about it. Especially the hearing. And the hearing, if we go back to the Veda base, so that's the Veda base. And if we go to the Bhagavatam, Srimad Bhagavatam, yeah, go to the first canto, third chapter, and we go to I think it's the last verse. Yeah, probably is this. Yeah, 44. That this is a verse, and especially the purport. Prabhupada explains. For learned Brahmins, when Sukadev Goswami recited the Bhagavatam there in the presence of Emperor Pariksit, I heard him with rapt attention, and thus by his mercy I learned the Bhagavatam from that great and powerful sage. Now I shall try to make you hear the same thing as I learned it from him and as I realized it. So you see, I heard with rapt attention. That's the basis. And that hearing comes from reading, hearing lectures of Prabhupada and so on. In the beginning, here, Prabhupada, that he was 100% pure. That others may also be pure, but not on the level of Prabhupada. So here in the purport, it's near to the end. So one should hear with rapt attention from the real person, then you at once can realize the presence of Krishna in every page. So then when you hear, your internal eye will open, with which you can see spiritually. That you can realize the presence of Lord Krishna in every page. The secret of knowing Bhagavatam is mentioned here. So that is how you get to know the Bhagavatam. Because no one can give rapt attention when he's not pure in mind. Therefore, this first nectar of instruction, this first verse explains how to control the senses, and that begins with controlling the mind. That if you follow this instruction of this first verse and in the purport, then you will be able to give rapt attention, because you are on the way to become pure in mind. So no one can be pure in mind if it's not pure in action. Means you have the action, two kinds of action, negative, positive. The negative means follow the four regulative principles, give up sinful life. The positive is this sadhana, all these items we went over. So no one can be pure in action when he's not pure in eating, sleeping, fearing, and mating. Yes. But somehow or other, if someone hears with rapt attention from the right person at the very beginning, one can assuredly see Krishna, Lord Krishna in person in the pages of the Bhagavatam. So that was my message on Nectar of Instruction, text 1. Any questions, please? could think. You may have something to think about. And please, if you have any questions, let me know. But it would be nice if you would now make your own sadhana chart and follow it up day by day and try to improve your sadhana. That would be great. And it doesn't, we can do that on whatever level we are. That even if you are not chanting yet 16 rounds, no problem. But increase and meditate on how to increase. And that will help you to control these senses, because we are suffering because of uncontrolled senses. That's the only reason why we are suffering. Okay. Thank you very much. Looking forward to see you next week.
Hare Krishna. Maharaj, would there be can you share a link to that sadhana chart just to get the pointers?
Yeah,
if it is possible.
I sent it to the WhatsApp group to you.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna, Jai.
Thank you.
Srila
Krishna.
Prabhupada, Guru Maharaj ki Jai.
Hare